Three-player game on the observation tower board, looking at predators, reptiles, and Africa. This one I don't like in general. This is a good one on the crane board where you can sack a card per turn for $3, but otherwise it's more meh. This is the one that this is a good board, good on any board. You get to play multiples of the same enclosure type, and you get one extra power towards everything, makes building a little easier. So I like that one. Right. This is a good one. I like this one a lot. Being able to, grab the yellow Africa tag partnership, even if somebody else already has, is pretty good. Yeah, this doesn't do anything better for me, so I'm just going to keep these two guys here. All right, so again, three-player game. I've already checkmarked the cards that I'm going to want to keep. My bonus cards, Architectural Zoo, pretty difficult, pretty easy to get 2, pretty difficult to get 3 or 4. This is probably the one I'm going to run with. Each animal category I have above the red player. It's generally pretty easy to get at least 3, and I'm going to start off with a bear. So that's helpful. That's a difficult one to get. All right, so the 2 predators are easy choices for the predator. I'll keep this bird. The bird isn't great, but it does give me... It's good if there's a release. Other than that, it's not great. It does take 4 to put out. It's a decent ratio. $14 or $11. I mean, even 14. I basically call this 7. So it's 4 tickets and a green. The green, by the end usually averages about 3. I know in the first 10 they're only 2 each, but there's bonuses involved. Now the bonuses aren't that great here. I'll probably either be taking that or the $5. This is totally situational. So I don't know if that's going to be useful or not. Getting this thing here is usually not ideal anyway. Normally there's only 3 possibilities. Probably by there I've got 2 of them. So this might be, but I'll probably end up just going with a 5. So I'm looking at this, and there's not a huge race factor as far as that goes. So there's not, other than the money, I'm not getting a lot of bonuses. So maybe this green is worth a little less in this particular game as far as, calculations. This is a flocking guy, which is fine if you've got other herbivores. I don't, so he's just a normal dude. I don't need either of those tags for this game. Whereas this is kind of nice. I'll get 1 point for it, and I'll be able to start putting kiosks out right away. Now, a good spot, I'm probably going to put the first one is right here. That way I can build a 2 and a 1, and I'll have enough money to put these 2 guys out. So that's kind of the initial strategy. We'll see what happens when the cards come out and people start doing stuff. Now I get to go first, so likely my first play will be this. Let's see what happens. Alrighty. I don't have any options for cards, but ones to look at. Certainly the small animals is decent. I'm going to be putting out 2 small animals relatively quickly. And there is the aforementioned release the bird. Now this actually becomes a very good thing. Now I'm not likely to get that thing. Both of the pick a card ones are a little away, unless I want to put something here and put 2 2s, but then I may not have it. Then I won't have enough to put out my guys unless I do something else. There's a great early game card. So yeah, I may want to try to get this up and get something from the board. All right, at any rate, let's do the original plan. No, almost did that. Let's see. And again, I'm going to build this guy here to get me a little bit extra. It's only got 2 spots off of it. But, you know, the next time I play one of these, I'll get to put out another one, and it should be maybe even up here. We'll see. All right, so I'm going to build. The build gives me the option to build more. I don't need to do that. I'm just going to put down a 2. I need a 2 and a 1. I want them to touch this observation tower. So I need a 2 and a 1, and I need an X token so I can play both animals, which I'll use cards for probably. We're going to build the 1. And now I'll be ready to play both the animals once I can get an X token. I need the X token, so I'm dropping cards. Token, I can play both my animals. Obviously play this one first since the other one has pack. Now let's do this, and what should I grab? I think I'm going to put it here. Pick a card. I think I should probably grab the bird release in preparation for this. That's a pretty good ratio. I'm going to get 5 green, and I'm only going to have to lose 4 tickets, so I'm going to take this one. And now this guy goes here. And then all the points. All right, a pretty good haul. My income's up to 16, and I'm just going to leave it alone. And on the next time I have 2 predators, I will do that. No one can stop me, it looks like. And we would have gotten this, which is fine to miss. All right, so I'm going to do the association and get my meeple. Now, what to upgrade? General choices are going to be build or sponsor. And there's no big rush on that. Although, I mean, at this point, there's not a lot in the way of building. I'm looking to build a 4 enclosure. Although I will need, if I want to just hit this one spot, I will probably need to be upgraded. So the problem is I don't have the money to do it now. Although I can do this, but that'll rush the break, and I don't know that I want to do that. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to upgrade this guy here. And then I can get either 2 of these or 2 of these. Probably two different partnerships. All right, so I've got a meeple. Blue does as well, and he just put out a second predator tag, so he may have had designs on getting the 2 predators, but I beat him to it. We're at 6 on the break. The red player is probably motivated to do the break, so I am going to grab an X token. Now with what? He can't do it right away. It would take him 2 turns to do it, which he might just do. So I'd like to get one of these things before, well, I mean, get the yellow one certainly before the break. So we need an X token. I'm going to do that with, I think, cards. So I'm going to drop my cards down. Let's see. Put out engineer instead of breaking for cash, so that it doesn't look like a break is involved. So I don't have to spend an X to jump up and grab a partnership right away. I'm going to put down animals. My income probably not going to be enough to put out 2 and build a 4 enclosure, so 1 is going to be plenty. And now next turn I can grab Africa. All right, there might be a break, and even if not, not a big deal. We do want to get the Africa tag, though, to make this cheaper, to get towards the Africa, all that good stuff. And a nice cheap donation. All right, well, I can cause the break. I don't have anything else to do, really, so get an X token and $5 seems reasonable. And I've got nothing to discard, so we're good to go. All right, I'm just going to take some cards, get this out of the way. That way I'm up to the point where I can get a partnership. And just take 2 cards and hope they're decent. I get a bird release. And this card works well with this. Unless this is what I had. I don't know. I remember what I just got. So I know I didn't have this guy, so I got one of these too. But we'll find out. And that I just got. I may use it later with this guy. Again, we can remove and refill, so it's a decent job to do the releases on this board in general, because you keep getting the 2 bonus. What I think I want now is another one of these yellows. I don't know that I'll be able to get 4 by the time I want to do this, but I may just do a release and then do the 2 later on. We'll see how people are looking for that. I may have to do the yellow first, though. And let's upgrade the build. I'm going to need a 1 and a 4 for this, so let's see, where am I at? Yeah, I think I should donate. I have 18. This is only 8, so I can spend 10 and then still put this out. Alright, so I'm going to do my build. I know it's at a +1, but I can't afford to do all 6 of them. So I've got I'm going to put this like this, so I go to the X token. Yeah, that'll be my 4th. Okay. All right. So I've got $8. This guy's going to cost me 8. I think I'm done. As much as I'd like to do these things. Play the animal. I know I can only take 1 of these. That's okay. A lot of points. Well, a lot of bonus points anyway. And now I'm going to choose this to put out for free. I'm going to move it over here. No, let's see. There we go. And again, nothing to play, so I'll pass it. Alright, I'm going to grab a couple cards in the hopes that I get something maybe I could do with a sponsor. Or something I can play later. Oh, this is not bad at all. Okay, this is actually decent as well. But a 4, well, maybe I can release something from the 4 and then put him down. Yeah, that's not bad. Alright, let's play the sponsor we got. And there we go. Alright, blue beat us to yellow, so we're just going to release a red. So I got a few options. I don't want to release the bird yet. Want to do Blue Mountain National Park. And let's see, this one is 14. We can snap this guy. That'd be 22, so I just need the 5. I can get more if I wanted to. I need a 7 to build. Do we need to build? This is digging. I don't know that I want to dig, though. I think digging this just puts it into red's hand, and that doesn't help at all. I'm going to go with this. That way I get to do something for the build. And I'm going to choose... Oh, I could have... Hold on, I could choose this or this. I'm not getting another guy anytime soon, so let's do it this way. Let's take this. Can't donate. That's no bueno. All right. All right, let's do a build. Get 1 extra point if I want it. Let's see, 2 here. Let's put a 2 here. Yeah, I don't have anything to move into it. Let's put this guy here. Let's take that aquatic animal. And I've got a 1 for this. I don't have a 1 for this one. I may. Let's hang on to that 2 for later. Let's just do this. And we'll put it here. Well, let's put it here. Leaves a 2 spot if I want one. And let's clever the cards. Got plenty of those. So I'm going to play my animals now. Put him here. I want to snap this guy here. Get some points. And then play him. Well, actually, I can opt to play this guy or this guy. Do I want to mark anything? I don't have anything that I want to dig, so I think I may just mark this, or do a mark. No, I do have something I want to dig. This thing. So we'll do this. Let's just get rid of this. I don't see anything else that really needs to go. Oh, can I get that guy is the question. You know, I don't want to leave this guy out here. The blue player's got a double on his cards, which is at 5. This would not be a good thing for him to get, so let's get rid of it. Alright, that makes more sense. I'm going to just grab some money. I don't have any use for this. And a little bit of money is going to be good. I guess I could get an X token instead, but I've got 4. I may use a few next turn. We'll see. Alright, let's do our release. Alright, so we're allowed to do the bird release, which is my plan. We can also do this, which I don't know that I want to do that yet. This is 4, and this is 4. And we'll get rid of a 1. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that one yet. I'm gonna let this one be open so I can put this guy out. All right. I don't need the X tokens, so it looks like cash. Let's do this, and now we have to discard. I know. All right, so we've been losing things. I mean, I know that we're good here, but eventually the red player is going to put out animals other than just pets. They're done with pets, it looks like. Yeah, they've got all their pets out. Yeah, I still think I have to do this. I'll keep this one. All right, so I didn't donate after the discard because I wanted to have a proper, what do you call it, proper build, enough money to build. We get this so I can get my animals upgraded as soon as possible. What am I at? 4x. I don't really need to go get an X. Let's just put another one of these guys up. Oh, what the heck. I'll do this. It's fine. All right, so our break is pretty imminent, 10 of 12. The blue player could wait to try to use this guy later, but he could break it just as easily, so I'm going to try to get my animals played here. Play the Jaguar. Let's see what the hunter is first. An elephant. Huzzah. All right. So if I do want to play him, it's got to be here. So I can't put that there. I guess I can put a kiosk here. I don't know that I want to play the elephant or not, but we'll see. All right, now we can play this guy here. And mark something. I'll mark the other one I can play here. Let's see. What does this one do? Grabs them all. I'll mark this one. All right, so I have one reptile. Neither of the other ones have any, although the red player has the wild card for doing these. This is another reptile. I'm just going to grab him, and since we're at 12, we'll reset, and I'll get an extra X token. And I got a spot to put him right here. It's not as nice. I could also do a release. I could release this guy and then drop him here for extra points. I don't know that I need to do that, though. But I do have a spot for this guy, and that could give me another different project to do. I don't have anything to discard, so we're just going to wait for the other people. All right, I've got a bunch of X tokens, but I'm just going to do this. We're going to take the 2 science, or 2 rep university. What am I working towards? Yeah, that's okay. I want to upgrade the animals so I can play 2 next turn. I don't want to donate. So, all right. Now, at this point, I've got this guy who I can play here, and he costs 15. However, this one costs 16, 17, but I can make this lower by 2 because of good things. Basically, when I take this card or try to play it from the card roll, I'm going to get $2 back, so it should be enough to be able to play it. I'll be at 31 now. These cost 31, but I'll get 2. I'll have to do this one first, though. Let's pay our venom fee. And I don't have the money to donate, so I'm going to pass on that. All right, I'm going to play the animals. This one's going to get me an X token. So I'm going to spend 2 X tokens to get the rep bump. So I'm getting 1 back, and I've already got 5. All right, now I need to play the one from the board first in order to get the $2 bonus from the marked card. I don't think it's going to let me mark anything, though. Right, it doesn't. So we'll play this guy here. This is the only spot he can go in. And we're going to get 2 cards and keep one of them. Well, this one's garbage. Oop. This one's garbage, so we're getting rid of him. Can't use him. Still can't mark, so we got to pass. All right, so I need to use the cards. I don't have any money to pay for that. I mean, I guess I could grab $5 with this and use 2 of it to pay for it, but it seems less than ideal. So I'm just going to try to grab a card. I mean, I'll get 2 and dump 1, and right now, without a release, I can't play this card because it requires a mountain, and I don't have a 3 spot next to a mountain that I can build at. But, you know, there's no releases right now that I can access, so let's see if I can upgrade a card. All right, I don't have any monkeys. I can't play that monkey. I can't play this yet, but I can always, you know, grab something with that on next turn or close. Huh. You know what? I'm going to dump this one because I can't play him. And, you know, maybe opt for the zoo or zoo building that will get me another monkey that maybe I can, you know, play with this guy. I don't know. Seems intriguing, and I don't really have another plan. I can do this one now, but I'd like to have something ready for later just in case. And again, this one is one that, barring a release, I can never play. There we go. All right, so I do want to get another science tag so I can play this guy because he'll be nice and lead me towards my 3rd Africa tag. And this one's in, you know, not in range yet, but will be after a break. I could do that. I mean, I could serve a lot of purposes and just, if I remove this guy using my ability, use an X token and grabbed another one of the 2 bumps, I would satisfy this guy and I would get another meeple that I could use maybe later. Probably won't matter because this guy would come back too. So I guess I could do that a 3rd time. I think what I want to do is just get another partnership. This one, I would need blue for this one to be able to qualify, so I'm going to take the blue one. And that way I also get another meeple, and I'm 1 step closer to the 2 greens. So I think it's a safe play. You know, see what people do. You know, I also had the option to do the sponsor with the next token to do the break, but I'd rather get my meeple out there, so. All right, I think I'm going to opt for this. It's going to get me an extra X token along with the money and the break. All right, let's do it. I don't need to drop any, so we'll wait. The elephant. Although that's 33, I'm going to need to get a green. I want to do this, but we'll worry about that later. All right, so that puts me at 32. I can spend 2 more and still go grab the green because that'll drop this by 6. Won't be able to play him, but that's all right. I'll just put this here. Yeah, I guess that's fine. All right, I'm going to be looking for a monkey. I've got primate breeding programs, so I need a monkey I can use. Also got this primate management plan that's on the card row. I may not be able to get it, but that's okay. I'm looking to try to do the building for the monkey, and then I'm also going to grab a partnership zoo in the same turn. So I'm going to spend, I've got 3, a total need of 7, so I'm going to spend 4X tokens. This is still available, and I shouldn't need to do anything for a little bit anyway, so I'm going to spend 4 and do this. So I'm going to grab the monkey first, see which monkey I get, and if he requires a partnership or something, I'm going to deal with it then. Otherwise, I'm probably just taking green. So let's take primate. What do we got here? Nothing that matters, but I can't. I need a release before I can even play it. So yeah, that's not ideal. So I'm just gonna grab let's do the cards. I'm gonna take a partner zoo, and I'm just gonna take green. That'll make this guy cheaper. Now, donating, that's a no. I need the money to do this guy, and hopefully I can find some sort of other release with which I can use. But I'll pass on this. All right, so a new project came out, Habitat Diversity. I qualify for the 4. However, so does Red, and Red is going to be able to do it now if he wants, or not his next turn, and I am unable to do so. So I'm just going to go on with my normal plan of, I get an extra guy, that's helpful. I'm going to build this first, and I'm going to put it here for the bonus points. Now, I guess none of these matter. We can take all my points first. All right, so I'm going to do the digging. Like I said, I like this guy, but can't put him down without a release. I need a 3. I've got a 2, another 2. No spots to build a 3. I need one of these 2 to be released. So that doesn't appear likely to happen before the end of the game. So I'm going to dig this guy. All right, we got a constriction. I'm not ahead. Well, that could be useful, but it is too costly. So let's do this one. Again, I don't have a way to get one of these without finding one, so I will trash this and see what comes up next. Also mountain, this is at least a spot this can go. I won't get 6. Maybe it'll be useful to help me fill in the entire board. We'll see. All right, so I'm going to play. Oh, I can't build that because there's no spot for it. So we'll pass. And we have a shoe bill. I'm just going to put him in the general world 1. and get some more points. There we go. Another little reptile. Okay. All right, the blue player has a few options to end the game. He's got this guy here for 6, 7, and another 9 is 16, and he's going to get 3. He can play this here, so this would be 5, so 9. So he can get 9, or he can do a project for 6 and donate for another 3 for 9. So he's going to be at 102 at the end of next turn. So I'm not going to be able to get out any of this stuff, which is unfortunate. Well, I am going to, in order to get points at all myself, I don't have money for this. I could conceivably play one of those two things, but then he still wins. Play this guy if I wanted to, just. But, for 3 points for me, that doesn't make a lot of sense, because then on my next turn, I can't do anything for points. So, I guess I could play this for another 2. So I'm just going to put down my cards for an X token and have an extra X token for this, so I can do one of the few projects I can do. I've got this guy or this guy or this guy, so or this guy. So I'm going to get 2 green regardless. I won't be able to donate. And I can't just get money because he can end it next turn, so I don't get to donate, no matter what. So I'm just going to drop this for next token. Now, on the plus side, I do have this, which is going to get me 4. I've got this one, which is going to get me 1 more, and I screwed up badly on this. Building the kiosks where I did, I couldn't build another one for those 3 points. So it'd be better to have just ignored this stupid thing. Not stupid, it's a great card, but I couldn't play it. And have a kiosk here instead and some other stuff. That would have been better. But I did not do that. Alright, so we are at the end of the game. We have to do a project. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Yeah, I could put this out, but that would be it. That doesn't make any sense. Alright, so project. 4 of them. This one we can do for 2. This one we can do for 2. This one we can do for 2 and maybe a rep bump. Doesn't matter. Same thing. So I'll choose this one. We're going to do the buy a card because I've got a card that's going to get me 2 points. And we don't have 12 to do the donation. And so we're going to do this. So get 2 instead of what would be 3, if possible. We have to place this. This is the only place it can go. And we're at 97, so we're down by 5. Well, let's just find out right now. I've got 9 points on my card. Will it be? It will be enough. Okay, so what card did he have? So this is a longer, 33, 34. Still pretty good. Let's see where we at here. Small animals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He had 5. Even if he gets to 6, we still win. We had 4 full. He only had 1. That was the difference in the game. So my poor building didn't come back to bite me. I should have 3 more points, or possibly 4 more points if instead of building this 5, I'm building a tickets and say a kiosk over here or something like that. But I thought I had a little bit more time. Apparently not. Again, I could have done this, but I had something else that was a better play, so I did the better play. Or maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I didn't do all the math on it, but I thought I would have time for this. I thought there'd be another break. So at any rate, that is the game. We'll try these guys again.